Hello, everyone, and good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. It's time for a brand new edition of the Global Online Quiz. My name is Yulinka, and as always, it is my pleasure to be your quiz master. Now, our regulars will know that we have changed up the format of these quizzes ever so slightly. And when you look at the backstage shot of the studio here, you will notice it's just me and Bob this week, and that is because don't worry, you will still get your monthly fix of trivia, 6 rounds worth of it, but we are now pre-recording these quizzes for you rather than going live with each one. And that has to do with feedback that we've received over the past couple months, and also just the viewer statistics very clearly reflect that a lot of our teams are not able to join when we go live, and they find other moments to enjoy the quiz, to play it together. And that is why we have made this change to the format here, allowing everyone hopefully to join that global online ranking, which is another benefit. And of course, you can still join us live because we are premiering this quiz right now, perhaps if you're watching during the premiere on YouTube. And the great thing is that you can still interact with the other teams who have chosen to actually join us during the premiere. We have Guido, our moderator, on the chat, who will be dying to find out where you're playing from and how you get along this evening or afternoon, again, depending on where you're playing from. So all of that remains the same. But the added benefit of this pre-recorded format is that we can also leave the ranking open a lot longer for all those teams who want to join us later on, who want to rewatch at a time more convenient, so they can all get together and still enjoy the quiz. We're going to keep that ranking open for a full 2 weeks after the show has premiered. And that means that hopefully we can get back to including everyone who's still enjoying these quizzes in that global online ranking. So before we get started, we may have some new players in the house. Who knows? For the newbies, allow me to explain what you can expect from today's quiz before we get you cracking. So the QR code you see on screen here is important. We're going to show it through you throughout the show, and it allows you to do 3 things. You can contact us via WhatsApp. You can submit your score. Finally, if you find yourself enjoying today's show, you can also make a contribution so we can keep making them for you in the future. That would be very much appreciated, but feel free to check it out first, of course. For WhatsApp, things have changed a little bit. Normally we had Kathy or Stephanie here in the studio behind the buttons. Obviously, because we are pre-recording for you today, we can't do that. But I still really hope that everyone will submit their team photos so we can include them in the next show, which will air on October 15th. So again, we're still sticking to the monthly format, but with a few changes. So feel free to take a cool team photo. Let us know what you thought, what your score was, and that way we can include all of that in the next show. Now, for that real authentic quizzing experience, we also have answer sheets available for today's quiz. They're on our website. However, if you didn't print them out, you don't need them. They just make it look a bit more fancy. Just grab a notepad, a couple sheets of paper, and a pen, and you'll be equally good to go. Today's quiz is all about the fun. The idea is that you keep score yourselves throughout the whole game, and then submit your score at the end of the game. And again, if you're here for that live premiere on YouTube, along with the other teams who've chosen to join us live, do share your results after each round with Guido on the chat as well, and with the other teams. They're still keeping things interactive for the premiere, of course. For the newbies, again, there is one rule I need to repeat before we get started, and that is no cheating. There's no Googling, no online or offline research allowed. All of the answers have to come from you and your teammates. We're going to be playing 6 rounds. That hasn't changed either, of 10 questions each. In a moment, we'll kick off with the picture round. After that, we have some mixed bag rounds and some themed rounds coming your way. And we also have a music round, as always, that we're going to finish on. We'll still include a break, but I see I've made my first mistake here, because it used to be after round 2 and 4. We're actually only going to include one break now that we are pre-recording, and we'll do that after round 3, because obviously if you're rewatching at a later time, you'll be able to pause whenever you please. But I do think it's important to still include a break for the players who do want to keep playing live. So we'll do that, but after round 3, unlike what it says here. We're so used to that format that we lovingly set up for you guys. Right, so on that note, you know what you need to do. Let's get you cracking on round number 1, our picture round. What we're going to be showing you are 10 photographs of cities, but as you can see, we've dubbed the round Airport Extravaganza. You're going to be seeing on screen as well 10 airport codes, and your task is to find the code that links to the city you see in the photograph. They're all major airports in different parts of the globe serving a particular city. And try and figure out those airport codes and link them to the correct city. Each correctly linked airport code will earn you a point, so you can earn 10 points if you get them all right on round number 1. As always, they're going to loop around, so you'll see each photograph for 15 seconds on end. It will then repeat, and then finally it will go into miniatures, and only after all of that is done will I report back to you with the correct answers. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you manage to figure out all these airport codes and link them to the correct photo. Here we go. All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that puzzle element that we introduced in the picture round for this edition. And of course, you know the drill by now, surely. Time to swap sheets if you're in a local competition with multiple teams and you're checking each other's results, and otherwise whip out that red pen. It's time to start marking. Here come the answers for round one. So the airport for picture number one, the code you should have picked was ATL. This is a photograph taken in Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. So again, a bit of a puzzle element because, of course, even if you didn't recognize the cities, perhaps the codes triggered an idea of which city that airport might serve, and you found the results that way. I'm, of course, curious to find out how you did, and I'm sure Guido is also curious, so do let him know on the chat how you got along. Next up, the answer to number two, DXB, and that is the code for Dubai Airport in the United Arab Emirates. DXB for number two. Next up, number three, that was a beautiful photograph taken in Madrid, Spain, which is what the MAD stood for. That was also on our list. MAD, Madrid, Spain for number three. Number four, CDG, not exactly the name of a city, but it is a rather famous airport here in Europe, Charles de Gaulle in Paris in France. So CDG for this beautiful photograph of Montmartre in Paris. Next up, we travel to Asia. For this one, we are in Bangkok, Thailand, and the airport code for the main airport serving Bangkok is BKK. Number six, PEK, although we more commonly say Beijing nowadays. Beijing, China, PEK for number six. Number seven, back in Europe, we are in beautiful Bratislava, Slovakia, BTS being the code for that one. And next up, it's back to Asia. We hop again. Not great for that carbon footprint, eh? ISB, Islamabad, Pakistan. Number nine, that is this beautiful picture here. And here we're on an island, on the island of Sicily. And you may know there is a city called Palermo there, PMO. Perhaps among the trickier ones, but we thought it might work out okay because you do have that puzzle to work on. And of course, you can eliminate other ones during the whole puzzling process. And finally, last but not least, there's only one left. We're in Cape Town, South Africa here, and that would be CPT for that airport code. And that means you now know how many points you earned. And I'm sure if you are indeed joining us for the premiere rather than later on, Guido is dying to find out as well. So don't forget to share your results with him and the other teams on the chat if you're here for the premiere. Give you a minute now to calculate that score and to share it before we move you into round two. And that will be, of course, our first mixed bag round. Okay, time for round number two, our first mixed bag. And yet another thing that hasn't changed is that we're going to kick you off with fun with flags. Here we are. What we see on screen here is a rather incredible advertisement. I thought it was super cool for Norwegian Air. And it shows how zooming in on the flag of Norway actually produces the flags of 5 other countries. And of course, they're showing you some destinations here. And as you can see, we've covered up 2 of those destinations in the ad. And the question is, these are capital cities that are missing behind those 2 black boxes there. Can you identify both capital cities based on national flag that can be found within the flag of Norway? So identify the 2 capital cities we have covered up in this ad for half a point each. On to question number 2 we go. And I have to say the line thickness on one of them was not completely accurate, but then there's only one flag with that color scheme and that design. So it should have led you to the correct city, I have no doubt. For number 2, we see some astrological signs of the zodiac. Can you tell me which ones? Bit of a different one. We've never done this on the Global Online Quiz before, so let's see who knows their zodiac signs. They are worth half a point each. Identify the astrological signs to match. On to question number 3. This one is our first picture connection of the day. What connects the 4 seemingly unrelated images we see on screen here? So there's some sort of logo. We have some screenshots from movies. There is a certain location featured in here. What connects all of them is my question to you. I'm in search of a single word. And into question 4, we dive. For this one on screen, we see a t-shirt with a rather distinct design on it. My question to you is, which television show, popular television show I might add, can this t-shirt be linked to? The t-shirt can be linked to which popular show? For all you Netflix lovers out there, you may have an idea already. Let's zoom in a bit and let's see if you can figure it out. On to question number 5, and here we have it. We see on screen 3 female directors who've been nominated for or have won an Academy Award for Best Director, that among many other prizes that they've received for their work. I'm also going to give you movie or movies for which they were nominated for those Academy Awards. And I'm looking for their names. In photo A, we see the lady nominated for, or I think, no, she won, The Hurt Locker. Photo B, that would be The Piano and also the movie The Power of the Dog. And photo C, this is for Lost in Translation. So identify the directors for half a point each if you can. Let's see if you can get all 3. For question 6, we travel to Africa. And if you look at that map there, you can see we've zoomed in on a particular country. This question has to do with the Okavango Delta, a swampy inland area where the Okavango River reaches the tectonic through. Each year, about 11 cubic kilometers of water spread over an area of up to 15,000 square kilometers. And as the basin doesn't allow any outflow, all the water is retained and ultimately it evaporates and transpires. The area is both a permanent and seasonal home to a wide variety of wildlife, which is probably why it is a popular tourist attraction as well. In 2013, the Delta was named as one of the 7 natural wonders of Africa. In which African nation that we also see marked out on the map there for an extra clue can the Okavango Delta be found? So the Okavango Delta located in which African nation? On to question 7, which has everything to do with this man we see on screen here. An American singer-songwriter who rose to fame when his 1989 song Wicked Game was used in the David Lynch film Wild at Heart. What further helped popularize the song was the rather sensual music video, in which the singer and supermodel Helena Christensen are having a very good time on a beach in Hawaii. Apart from a singer-songwriter, he's also an actor with minor roles in films such as Silence of the Lambs and Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Who is this? So we're looking for the name of this American singer-songwriter whom you may know from the song Wicked Game. Question number 8 is sure to appeal to foodies and perhaps also to you amateur botanists out there. We see some trees, and all of these trees are producing a fruit. You guessed it, I am looking for the names of the fruits being produced by these trees. Of course, we've tried to find really nice, sharp images, so let's zoom in on those so you can have a proper look. Identify the 4 fruits for half a point each. Question number 9. Can you tell me which annual sporting event was first introduced in 1909 in order to boost sales of La Gazzetta dello Sport? So which annual event was first introduced in 1909 in order to boost sales of La Gazzetta dello Sport? For number 9. Time for question 10, and our regulars know that means it's time to watch some videos, 3 of them. And between these videos, there is a connection to be found. That connection could be hiding in the names of movies or songs that you see and hear, or even in the names of actors or characters or something you might associate with these clips. So take a few notes. This time it's not as clear cut as they all have the word blue in the title or something like that. You really have to look at everyone and everything that you see in order to find the connection between these videos. I think it's a rather clever one. You'll definitely be proud if you manage to figure it out. So let's see if you can. What connects all of the following clips?
If you haven't seen it, it's sort of unbelievable. We'll just show them the thing.
That we take our next steps into the world.
You must go forth into the world.
It is with passion,
Courage
of conviction,
in your convictions.
and strong sense of self.
Be true to yourself.
We did it!
I did it.
Oh, this is awesome.
I suspect foul play. I have eliminated no suspects.
I'm gonna live. Until
It's a twisted way.
And that is it for round number 2. We'll give you a bit more wrap-up time, of course, as always, before I go into revealing the answers. Okie doke, that was round 2. So welcome back, everyone. Time to swap sheets. If you are in a local competition, here we go with the answers. The incredible advertisement for Norwegian Air from photo 1, the cities that were missing, Helsinki and Bangkok for the matching flags. Finland and Thailand are also hiding in the Norwegian flag. Number 2, the 4 astrological signs of the zodiac. The first one in photo A, Aries. Next up, Gemini. That would be me. Libra and the Sagittarius. Sagittarius was the final one. So four answers for half a point each. So 2 points potentially if you got all of that right. Number 3, the 4 seemingly unrelated images. Did you find the connection? That logo up there is the Hells Angels logo. The movies are Angels and Demons and Alita Battle Angel. Finally, a photograph of Los Angeles, California means there's an angels hiding in all of them. So angels were the connection. Number 4, that T-shirt for all the fans of Stranger Things. That was surely not the trickiest one. I think it was in season 4. This T-shirt for 1 point, Stranger Things. And number 5, half a point each on those female directors. Their names are Catherine Bigelow, who won with The Hurt Locker. Jane Campion, The Power of the Dog. She also won for that. And Sofia Coppola, who made the beautiful film Lost in Translation, among others. The Okavango Delta is located in Botswana. That is the country we saw marked on the map and where you have to go if you want to visit this beautiful wonder, one of the 7 natural wonders of Africa. The American singer-songwriter was getting cozy on the beach with Helena Christensen in that rather legendary music video is none other than Mr. Chris Isaak for a point on number 7. And number 8, the species of fruits these trees are producing. The first one are tamarinds. Next up, we have dates, which were all those interesting looking bunches that we saw dangling from that palm tree-like tree. And then in photo C, you may see cashew nuts, and these are actually cashew apples that they are attached to. So we'll just accept any answer with cashew in there, cashew apples, and then cashew nuts, which aren't really nuts, but seeds. Anyways, cashew will do for the marks there. And mangoes, finally, also earned you half a point on this, I think, somewhat tricky fruit-themed question. Number 9, the annual event introduced in 1909 is the Giro d'Italia to boost sales of La Gazzetta dello Sport. And finally, for number 10, the single word connecting all of those movies and shows. We took it a bit, we did a bit of a level up this time, I think. The first clip showed us a really interesting interview with Reese Witherspoon. Then we saw Peter Griffin operating a forklift there. Watch him go. And finally, the movie is Knives Out, and they're actually coming out with a new one, which I can't wait to see because I really enjoyed that first one. And the connection then being spoon, knife and fork. We had cutlery hiding in each of these clips. Definitely a bit trickier than some of the ones we've done on previous editions. So you can be extra proud if you manage to figure it out. So what does all of that mean for your scores? Again, if you're joining us for the live premiere here on YouTube, welcome everyone. Keto's dying to find out. So share your results on the chat with him and the other teams now. And if you're playing a bit later on, then just lean back, relax, jot up your score, and I'll be right back with round 3. Okie doke, time for round number 3, which is our first themed round for today's quiz. And we have dubbed this round Barking Up the Right Tree. Barking we will be because this is a round fully dedicated to man's best friend. It's a dog-themed round coming your way this week for number 3, and I hope you enjoy it. We had a lot of fun making this round and all the different doggy-themed questions. I know there's a lot of cat lovers among you, but we also have a lot of teams who have dog mascots, so let's see if they'll be cheering you on for round 3. Question 1. They were the footprints of a gigantic hound is a line from which story about Sherlock Holmes? So the line, they were the footprints of a gigantic hound, is a line from which Sherlock Holmes story is my first question to you for number 1. Question number 2. A dog became the first living earth-born creature, apart from microbes, that is, in orbit around our planet, aboard Sputnik 2. Bit of a sad story, sadly, but she is fondly remembered, this darling dog. Do you remember her name? That is what will earn you the points here on this history doggy question for number 2. What was the name of this dog? She was the first living earth-born creature in orbit around our planet. Question number 3. There is a very persistent rumor that states that this American rock band formed in 1974 when named after Hitler's pet dog. In reality, they were named after a distinct feature of the female lead singer's look. But the rumor stuck, and as a joke, the band even released an Iggy Pop tribute cover in 1997 under the pseudonym Adolf's Dog. Which band am I referring to here? So there's a persistent rumor that this band is named after Hitler's dog, which is in fact not the case. They're actually named after a distinct feature of the female lead singer's look. Question number 4. Music is the topic on this one. Can you tell me which blues song that was first recorded in 1952 by Big Mama Thornton features the lyric, "You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine"? So which blues song originally recorded by Big Mama Thornton in 1952 features the lyric, "You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine"? For question 5, we're showing you not one, but 2 adorable dogs from Major Motion Pictures. Can you give me the name of these dogs? So we're not interested in the name of the movie per se, but the names of the dogs are what will earn you the points here. Identify both of them if you can for question 5. Question 6. Barack and Michelle Obama's daughter Malia had severe allergies to dogs, so they had to get a hypoallergenic one. What was the name of this famous first dog, and what breed was the dog in question? So do you remember what was the name of the Obama's famous first dog, and what breed was it? For another half a point. So half a point each for the name and the breed. Question 7. Can you tell me how many teeth do adult dogs and wolves normally have? So for a normal dog, and the same goes for wolves, not surprisingly, how many teeth do they normally have? Question number 8. The roots of which dog breed trace back to a specific region in Croatia, after which the breed was also named. So which dog breed traces its roots back to a region in Croatia of which it also carries the name, or at least its name is derived from the name of this region? Question 9. What was the name of the Japanese Akita dog remembered for his remarkable loyalty to his owner, Hidesaburo Ueno, for whom he continued to wait over 9 years following his death in 1925? You may remember this remarkable story of the Japanese Akita dog, but what was the dog's name? For number 9. Last but certainly not least, in our doggy parade for round 3, we introduce to you Pickles. The black and white collie dog Pickles, whom we see on screen here, became world famous in 1966 for his role in finding which famous stolen trophy. So he managed to relocate a famous stolen trophy. Pickles is his name, but which award did he manage to find for number 10? Okay, that's it for our man's best friend themed round. I hope you enjoyed that. We'll give you a bit more time, of course, to wrap up before we go into revealing the answers. Okay, welcome back. Time to swap sheets. If you are in a local competition or again, whip out that red pen, start marking away your own results for round 3. They were the footprints of a gigantic hound is a line from The Hound of the Baskervilles, famous Sherlock Holmes story. Next up, the dog who became the first living Earth-born creature in orbit around our planet aboard Sputnik 2. She was also known as Zutschka, little bug, or Limonchik, little lemon. Laika was the name that we all remember, hopefully remembered for a point here, under which she went down in history. Number 3, the very persistent rumor about this band is that they are named after Hitler's pet dog. In fact, they are named after Debbie Harry, the lead singer's blonde hair, Blondie. And that was, of course, also the name of Hitler's German Shepherd, although with an I at the end and not I-E, like in the band's case. The blues song I was looking for is Hound Dog. Big Mama Thornton was the first to record it, although Elvis Presley also made it rather famous after that. The 2 fictional dogs we showed you, the first is from the movie Marley and Me, and that is also the doggo's name, Marley. The other one is Toto from The Wizard of Oz. Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Barack and Michelle Obama's daughter, Malia, had severe dog allergies, and that is where a Portuguese water dog comes in handy, in this case one by the name of Bo. So Bo for half a point, Portuguese water dog for the breed, another half a point there. Number 7, how many teeth would you find in the mouth of your average dog or wolf? The answer is 42. Obviously, we like to say over at number 42, 42 teeth for 1 more point on the dog round. Number 8, the roots of which dog breed trace back to a region in Croatia. That region I'm looking for is Dalmatia, and it is, of course, the Dalmatian. Who earned you a point on number 8? Number 9, the Japanese Akita dog. They made some movies about this as well. Really moving story. During his lifetime, he was held up in Japanese culture as an example of loyalty and fidelity. And well after his death, he continued to be remembered in worldwide popular culture, statues, movies, books, and appearances in various media. His name was Hachiko. Hachiko for a point on number 9. And Pickles, our black and white collie dog, whom we saw, here he is one more time, he managed to find the Jules Rimet trophy, which back then was the name for the FIFA World Cup trophy. So if your answer includes the words World Cup, that's also perfectly fine. The trophy was stolen on the afternoon of Sunday, March 20th of 1966. It had been on public display in a glass cabinet at an expo in Westminster, and Pickles found it while out on a walk with his owner 7 days after the robbery. When England won the trophy, as a reward, Pickles was invited to the celebration banquet. Isn't that a nice reward for Pickles? I hope they served him something tasty. And that means your max score on this round was 10 points if you managed to get everything right. We'll give you a bit more time to calculate. And again, if you're joining us live on YouTube during the premiere, do share your results with Guido on the chat and with the other teams. Okay, I think you have earned yourselves a little break. We're going to break now for 5 minutes. We're going to put the QR code up on screen, which will allow you to submit a cool team photo if you want to. Now, again, we're pre-recording this session, so no team photos today, but I really hope to be able to share loads of them with you next time. So don't be shy. Share a fun team photo with us on WhatsApp. You can access WhatsApp through the QR code that'll pop up on screen during the break for you there. And it also allows you to make a contribution if you find yourself enjoying today's quiz. So I hope you'll consider doing that as well. See you in 5. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the break. You're now fully recharged and ready to go for part 2 of today's quiz. Before we get you cracking on round 4, which will be another mixed bag round, of course, I'd like to take a moment, as always, to thank everyone who was kind enough to chip in during our last edition of the quiz. We really appreciate it. And to be frank, we simply can't do this without your contributions, guys. This is rather an expensive production to make, which was also one of the motivations behind these pre-recorded sessions, which at least requires a few less people present in the studio on a Saturday evening. And that helped us cut the cost a little bit. Still, you know, a lot of hours, a lot of love go into making these quizzes with the whole team. And so if you can chip in and if you find yourself enjoying them and want us to make more of these quizzes for you in the future, then please consider contributing a few euros, dollars, whatever your local currency is, in order to allow us to do that. And what also greatly helps is if you can combine your contributions as a team, because that helps us save a bit on transaction fees as well. And of course, nowadays you have loads of options of sending each other payment requests that are free of charge. But for us, sadly, if everyone sends a dollar separately, then not a lot of that dollar is left at the end of the day because of those fees. So something for you to consider, and I really hope you will. And now, without further ado, let me take you on to round 4. It's mixed bag time, our second mixed bag round of the evening. And we're going to kick it off with a bit of a puzzle that we've prepared for you. We've lined up some anagrams. Let's have a look at them. The first one is Adios 9. That's right here for you. The next one is Rent Again. And finally, Ha Giant Fans. Now, obviously, these will stay up on screen for a bit, but you may want to take a note so you can keep playing them throughout the round and revisiting them. What is hiding in these anagrams? The name of a country. So identify the 3 countries hiding in these anagrams for half a point each. Here we go. Question number 2, one for all you history buffs out there. One of my personal favorite historical figures of all time. Let me tell you a little story about her, and let's see if you can figure out who she was. This woman was one of the wealthiest and most powerful of the High Middle Ages. As the heiress of the House of Poitiers, she controlled large parts of southwestern France. And as the wife of King Louis VII, she was Queen of France. But she had the marriage annulled in 1152, or they did formally, but she had a bit of a hand in it, for sure. She married King Henry II of England soon after and bore him not one, but 2 future kings of England, Richard I and John. After the death of Henry II, she ruled England in Richard's name. She died in 1204 at the age of 82, which was really remarkable in those days. And because of her huge influence, she's sometimes referred to as the grandmother of Europe. She was portrayed by Katharine Hepburn in the 1968 movie The Lion in Winter. What is her name? So a queen of France, when the marriage was annulled, she became queen of England instead and was the mother of not one but 2 English kings. What was her name? Question 3 is our next picture connection. Again, we're showing you 4 seemingly unrelated images. And yes, again, there is one word logically connecting them all. Try and find it for number 3. Question number 4. The production of this epic Vietnam film by Francis Ford Coppola was fraught with disaster after disaster. The expensive film sets were almost destroyed by severe weather. Actor Marlon Brando showed up on set unprepared and overweight. Martin Sheen suffered a near-fatal heart attack, and director Coppola edited over 1 million feet of film footage in the end. Initial reviews were mixed, but nowadays this movie is regarded as one of the greatest films ever made. Which 1979 film have I just described to you? So, a production of an epic Vietnam film by Francis Ford Coppola that was fraught with disaster, but they got there in the end, and nowadays it's considered one of the greatest movies ever made. It was released in 1979. Name that film. Question 5. Time for those amateur zoologists on your team to get to work. We're showing you not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 paws belonging to 4 rather different animals. You guessed it. The question, of course, is which animal are these paws attached to? Try and get all 4 of them for half a point each. Question 6. Well, most events of the 2024 Summer Olympics will be held in Paris, of course. The surfing competition will take place a whopping 15,716 kilometers from the French capital at Teahupo. I'm not entirely sure whether I'm pronouncing that correctly because I don't have Guido in the studio for my pronunciation guide, and he's kind of our French Polynesia expert, I dare say. But okay, Teahupo in French Polynesia. Now, the name of this village roughly translates to place of skulls, and it's called the heaviest wave of the world. The island where the town can be found is by far the most populous island in French Polynesia, and it's regarded as the economic, the cultural, and the political center of the archipelago. Its capital is Papeete. We see the island marked on the map on screen here as well. Which island are we talking about? So it will be the location for the surfing competitions during the 2024 Summer Olympics, because it's kind of hard to do surfing in Paris. The question is, which island with capital Papeete are we looking for here? French Polynesia. Identify that island for a point on number 6. Question number 7 for all you Beavis and Butthead fans out there. Can you tell me which 2 bands are Beavis and Butthead fans of? According to the t-shirts they wear, of course, for this occasion I've lovingly photoshopped out the logos of these bands. But can you tell me which 2 bands, they each have a different band on their t-shirt, are Beavis and Butthead fans of? And into question 8 we dive. For this one, we're looking at 4 mascots. Can you tell me the name of the brand, the event, or the product that each of these mascots is promoting? So it's not all just brands. There's also an event thrown in there. So brands, events, products, could be any of those things. What do these mascots represent? Question 9. What is both the French name for deviled eggs, the name of the cocktail we see on screen here, which is made with orange juice and sparkling wine, and also the name of the flowering plant that we see on screen? So what connects the French name for deviled eggs, a cocktail with orange juice and sparkling wine, and this flowering plant? Another long-standing global online quizzing tradition is that we finish round number 4 on a travel video. Today, we are visiting a building, and all you get to work with is footage of the interior. So we're going to see some different shots of the interior of a famous building. Which building are we visiting is my question to you. And that concludes our final mixed bag round. Up next is another themed one, and then we've got music coming your way as well. But before any of that, we're going to give you some wrap-up time on round number 4 and have a peek at the answers. Welcome back. Time to swap sheets once more. If you're in a local competition, here we go. Answer time on round number 4. We started the round off with those anagrams. 3 countries were hiding in the anagrams. Adios 9, Indonesia, Rent Again, that was Argentina. That could have been found in there. Finally, Hard Giant Fans gives you Afghanistan with a bit of shuffling of letters. Half a point each. Amazing work if you manage to get all 3. Next up, like I said, one of my favorite historical figures of all time. I find her endlessly fascinating. Eleanor of Aquitaine is the lady who's known as the grandmother of Europe. Amazing lady. Number 3, the picture connection. What connects all of these images? The gentleman we see in the top left photo is Mr. Smokey Robinson. We also see some smoky eyes. The Chainsmokers, the band, and smoked salmon is also on the menu today. So the word smoke is what I was in search of for the point on number 3. Number 4, the epic Vietnam War film that's now a classic, but the production was fraught with disaster upon disaster. The movie is Apocalypse Now. Number 5, the animal that each of those paws belongs to. I always find these really tricky, but also super fun. The correct answer is that first paw we see up on screen belongs to a bear. Next up, we have the platypus. Of course, an animal that wacky has to have wacky paws as well. The gecko is in photo C. And finally, paw D belongs to a mole. So half a point each on each of these animals. If you manage to get all 4, I would be mightily impressed. Indeed, the location, the island for the surfing competitions during the 2024 Olympics is Tahiti. Tahiti, not the worst place in the world to be. Number 7, 2 bands that Beavis and Butthead are massive fans of. Well, we see them on screen here already. AC/DC and Metallica for half a point each. Number 8, the mascots were supporting for half a point each. Duracell, this is the Duracell bunny, not to be confused with the Energizer bunny, which is a bit of a spin-off, I suppose, or that's a nice way of putting it. Nesquik, this is Quickie of Nesquik fame. Rich Uncle Pennybags is the mascot for the game Monopoly. And finally, Bing Dwen Dwen was the mascot for the most recent Beijing Olympics for another half a point. Number 9, the French name for deviled eggs is also the name of this cocktail and the flowering plant that we showed you. It's mimosa. Mimosa for a point on number 9. And finally, the world-famous building we visited the interior of. I've never been. I would love to go. Definitely on my bucket list. This is Heja Sophia for the final point on round number 4, 12.5 points in total you could have earned on this round. And again, if you're joining us for the live premiere here on YouTube, I am so glad you decided to do that because it's extra fun, of course, if you can make it on the night itself, I think. To do that, share your results now with Guido and the other teams on the chat, and I'll be right back with you with round 5. All right, it is time for round 5, and I always find this a really, really fun theme. Guido helped me make another one. He really poured a lot of love into it, so I hope you enjoyed this. It's time for anagrammed answers, and another possible name for this round, I suppose, could have been 20 questions, because each question is not just one, but 2 quiz questions with 2 separate answers. And the trick is here, we love our little puzzles over at number 42. Luckily, Guido agrees with me that the answers are anagrams of one another. So obviously, if you know one and you're not sure about the other, there's a bit of a puzzle in there that will hopefully lead you to full marks. So an example here, inch and chin, or, parsley and players, or Meg Ryan and Germany even, are anagrams of one another. So that is the gist of it. We want both of those answers for the full mark. They're half a point each. So even if you get only half of the answer, then you can still earn some points along the way here on round number 5. So I hope that's all clear. Let's get you cracking. Question 1. For this one, the first answer I seek is the name of a Moroccan harbor city that's located at the western end of the Strait of Gibraltar. And the second answer I seek is the name of a coarse-grained intrusive igneous rock. That's quite a mouthful. Composed mostly of quartz, alkali feldspar, and plagioclase. So we have a Moroccan harbor city and a coarse-grained igneous rock. And they are anagrams of one another. Not the easiest one to get you started on, but let's see how you do. This is number 1. Question number 2 coming your way. The first answer I seek here is the name of the fastest of the 3 Spanish ships used by Columbus on his first transatlantic voyage. So what was the name of the fastest out of those 3? In case you don't know, that name is an anagram of a simple raster graphic editor by Microsoft that was first introduced in 1985. So name that graphic editor by Microsoft and the fastest of Columbus's ships during his first transatlantic voyage. Question number 3 coming your way. We kick off with a Scottish archipelago with Lerwick as its largest town. It's also known for a certain rather famous breed of pony we see on screen here. And an anagram of that answer is the pseudonym of this gentleman here, author Marie Henry Bale, also associated with the name of a syndrome of being completely overwhelmed when you're exposed to objects, artworks, or phenomena of great beauty. So that's the second one, and I dare say the trickier one in the bunch. So hopefully you can figure out that group of islands and work from there to figure out answer number 2. Okay, anagrammed answers number 4. For this one, we start with the singer known for the hits Killer, Crazy, and perhaps most famously Kiss from a Rose. And their name is an anagram of a character from the 2013 movie Frozen that was voiced by Idina Menzel, or Adele Nazim if we ask John Travolta. So the character from the 2013 movie Frozen voiced by Idina Menzel is an anagram of that singer. Can you identify them both? For number 4. Number 5. For this one, we're looking for the animation studio behind the movies Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and Madagascar, among many others. And the name of that studio is an anagram of a synonym used to describe a person who produces blades or knives. So a name for a person who produces blades or knives is an anagram for that animation studio. Can you identify them both? Question 6. For the first one, I'm looking for a country on the Arabian Peninsula. The capital of this country is Muscat. Next up, I'm in search of the name of a restaurant in Copenhagen that was named Best Restaurant in the World in 2021. Also something that's very much on my bucket list, a visit to this restaurant. So a country on the Arabian Peninsula with capital Muscat and that famous restaurant in Copenhagen that was Best Restaurant in the World in 2021. Question number 7. The first answer I seek is the name of this soul singer we see on screen here. He's known for hit songs such as Let's Stay Together, Tired of Being Alone, and Look What You Done for Me. What is his name? His name is an anagram of a piece in the board game Stratego. And this piece is one rank below the Marshall, in case that helps you out. So the US soul singer known for Let's Stay Together, among other songs, and the piece in Stratego that's one rank below Marshall. Question 8. For this question, we begin with a country in Eastern Europe where the region of Transylvania can be found. And an anagram of the name of this country, we gave you the region, we want the country, is an adjective used for something done or produced by an original inhabitant of New Zealand. So that country will earn you half a point, and so will the adjective for something done or produced by original inhabitants of New Zealand. Question number 9. For this one, we kick off with the name of a fossilized tree resin that's appreciated for its color as well as its natural beauty, and it's often used in jewelry. So name that fossilized tree resin. And I'm also looking for a species of narrow, deep-bodied freshwater and marine fish that is an anagram of this fossilized tree resin. So name the fish, name the resin, and you can add one more point to your score. Last but not least, I really like this one, Guido. Well done for coming up with it. The villain and main character of the movie Despicable Me will earn you half a point. And so will the name of the object that really tied the room together in the 1998 movie, The Big Lebowski. So name the villain from Despicable Me and the object that tied the room together in The Big Lebowski, and you can add a final point to your grand total for round 5. And that's it. You've made it through all of the general knowledge questions we had to offer today. We'll give you some more wrap-up time before we move into answers and music. All right, time to swap sheets again. If you're in a local competition, here is the moment to trade sheets and start marking someone else's results. If you're doing that, I always love doing that during quizzes. It's great fun, the marking bit. But hey, if it's just you, let's find out how many points you managed to earn. Not the easiest round we've ever done, but I thought it was such fun. Well done, Guido, who did the brunt of the work on this round. The Moroccan harbour city I was in search of in question 1 is Tangier. And that igneous rock is granite. So Tangier and granite, anagrams of one another that are worth half a point each on number 1. Number 2, the fastest of Columbus's ships was the Pinta, which is an anagram of paint, that wonderful program introduced by Microsoft in the 1980s. Number 3, the Scottish archipelago with Lerwick as its largest town, and perhaps more famous not for Lerwick but for those ponies, Shetland. And that is an anagram of Stendhal, which is what was the pseudonym we were looking for author Marie Henry Bale, but also that syndrome, which I had actually never realized was rather a beautiful syndrome, being exposed to objects, artworks, or phenomena of great beauty and finding that completely overwhelming. Happens to the best of us. Stendhal syndrome. Number 4, the British singer of Killer of Kiss from a Rose and Crazy. That's Seal, and Seal happens to be an anagram of Elsa, who got snuck into this round as well. Number 5, the animation studio I was looking for is DreamWorks Pictures. And a person who produces blades or knives is a sword maker, and that happens to be an anagram of DreamWorks. Number 6, the country on the Arabian Peninsula is Oman, and that is an anagram of Noma, this restaurant that I'm sure is on many people's bucket list. The US soul singer from question number 7 is Al Green. And Al Green is an anagram of general, which is the rank 1 below marshal in the game of Stratego. Number 8, the country in Eastern Europe where you can find Transylvania is, of course, Romania. And that is an anagram of Maorian, which is the adjective used for something done or made by an original inhabitant of New Zealand. Number 9, the fossilized tree resin is amber, and the fish is a bream. Also not the easiest one, but hopefully if you got the amber, you managed to fish out the bream there. And for number 10, the villain and main character in Despicable Me is, of course, Gru. And the object that really tied the room together is the infamous rug from the movie The Big Lebowski. So for 10 points, if you manage to get all of those answers, which I would be mightily impressed by indeed, we'll give you a bit more time to share your results on the chat and do some calculating towards that final grand total, which you can add 10 more points to on our music round coming up next. Time for music. Yes, we have 10 fresh songs lined up for you. And what the songs have in common this time, we always try to have a bit of a theme running through it. In this case, we have 10 verbs in the song title. So each song title has a verb in there. We'll be singing, running, coming, going, dancing our way through this round. So use that fact to your advantage. As always, or well, usually it's the case anyway, and tonight is no exception. We have titles that we're in search of, but also the names of the artists and bands. So identify the song title for half a point and another half a point if you can name the artist or band as well. The clips will play automatically. I'm not going to be chatting through it. I'll let you enjoy this round as a team. After the clip is done playing, it goes into a little time ticker, allowing you time to write down the answer. And then at the end, it goes into those miniatures automatically as well. So enjoy the music round, get the titles and the artists if you can, and I'll report back to you with the answers when it's all over.
I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above, and the sun's in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place.
Stopped into a church, I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees, and I pretend to pray. You know the preacher like to call.
Now I made it through the weather. Better days are gonna get better. I'm so sorry that it didn't work out. I'm moving on. I'm so sorry, but it's over now. The pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes. I'm jumping in my ride. I'm heading out tonight. See it in your eyes. Please, they never tell me lies. I can feel the body shake when you heat between your legs. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud, women walk, I've been kicked around since I was born. So I call my feel so lonely when you're up getting down. So all day long when I hear that special song, I'm gonna be the one who gets it right. You better know when you're swinging round the road. Looks like magic slowly on tonight. I blame you for the moonlit sky and the dream that died with the eagle's flight. I blame you for the moonlit nights when I wonder why are the seas still dry.
That is it, everybody. You've made it through another 60 fresh questions, and I really hope you enjoyed them. It is time for that final answer sheet swap if you are in a local competition, or the final time where we whip out those pens and start marking away at our own results for round 6. First up, we played you Waiting for Tonight, a song by Jennifer Lopez. Next up, a slightly older song by this lovely gentleman here. Gene Kelly is his name, and Singing in the Rain is what he was doing and what the name of the song is. Number 3, this one had a bit of a revival recently, of course. Kate Bush with Running Up That Hill. Number 4 was The Police. The name of that song is Walking on the Moon. And for number 5, bit of a more passive verb in this song title. The Mamas and the Papas were dreaming away. California Dreaming Away for number 5. Number 6, again, a more recent one. This one is by Jason Derulo. The name of the song is Riding Solo. Riding Solo by Jason Derulo. Number 7, The Weekend. And the verb in this song title is coming. The song is called I Feel It Coming for number 7. Number 8, we had the Bee Gees make an appearance on today's quiz as well with the song Staying Alive. Number 9, it was the Scissor Sisters, quite possibly my favorite on this music round. I Don't Feel Like Dancing, which always gets me in the mood to dance, this song. And for number 10, it was Tasmin Archer with her big hit, Sleeping Satellite. So sleeping, again, bit of a passive verb there, but a verb it is. And that leads us to a grand total of 10 points you could have earned on this final round. And that makes for a grand total of 65 on the quiz overall, as always. And you know the drill by now, surely. If you're joining us for that live premiere on YouTube, then share your results with Guido. And don't forget to also make them official, add them to the ranking. And the same goes for all those teams who have chosen to rewatch Enjoy the Quiz at a later moment in time. The great thing about this new format is that you too can still submit your scores for 2 full weeks after the quiz has premiered. That means that we'll be putting the ranking online on September 26th. So anytime before September 26th, you are very welcome to use the QR code that will pop up on screen in a moment to submit your scores. The next quiz, as you can see, will be on October 15th. I really look forward to greeting you all again. Then I can't really say seeing because that's not technically the case, but I definitely will reread all your comments, and I'm so happy that Guido has decided to keep the chat going for us as well, because I think it's really fun that you're all able to interact with one another as well, because that is a big part of this global online quizzing community, I think. So here we have the QR code once more. It will stay up on screen for a bit after the show has ended. I don't need to remind you, I think, but just in case, don't forget to submit those scores. If you have a cool team photo that you haven't submitted yet, share it and we'll use it on the next show or maybe the one after that. We do want to keep including those in the upcoming shows. If you have an idea for a cool quiz question that you want to share with us, that would also be very much appreciated. We also really appreciate your input and your ideas for questions. If you want to record a video question even, that would be super cool as well. So don't be shy. Share that content and those photos with us. And of course, if you want to use the link to make a contribution after the show has ended, if you haven't done so already, then that would be greatly appreciated. Every little bit helps. And if we all actually were to chip in a little bit, then with everyone enjoying these shows, we could actually make sure that we cover our costs here. So please consider that if you can. And now the time has come for myself and Bob to say farewell. Just the two of us, but we hope you had fun. We certainly had a lot of fun making and hosting the quiz for you, as always. Shout out to Guido as well, our moderator on the chat. Thank you so much, Guido, for keeping the chat alive for us. And wherever you are in the world, everyone, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. And I look forward to our next quiz on October 15th. Bye-bye. Bye.